welcome back, Beowulf Nations. I am Beowulf, back in it with another video. Now, if you're looking, I'm in a whole different spot. I scoped this out because it was hard to find where you actually park. So this is a different area down Intercoastal Waterway. So now I'm actually in Myrtle Beach area more than North Myrtle Beach. So I'm way down south normal than when I ride. So it's a different place to launch at. The one thing I like about this spot is the dock's really low, so this is probably the ideal place to be taking a stand-up out. This whole giant area is a no wake zone. The good thing though is it's a little bit wider at this end. The only thing is it's more like, I don't want to say swampy that way, but that takes you to Waccamaw River. The Waccamaw River is where all the alligators are, which I've seen bull sharks in the Waccamaw River. So it's more into the hot zone, I would say, with alligator related. But it's kind of nice to be down a little farther down south of where I normally ride, just so you don't have to travel so far. You know, the hard thing with these supercharged jet skis, doesn't matter what brand it is, the longer you stay pinging the throttle where you're full throttle, or about how long you're riding out there, as your oil gets a lot dirtier. It's not that great. Actually, if you read, like I'm in my RXPX 300 right now, if you read the owner's manual, it tells you not to be running full throttle, because it really, you know, even the superchargers maintenance free, it will narrow down the life of your supercharger. That's why if you've seen some more of my recent videos, I'm not full throttling anymore. I'm more into, what I like about this is doing the tight turns and getting wet. My goal is not to be the fastest jet ski, nor do I care if I was or not. It's not the my goal is with this is my goal is to come out and have fun, and kind of how I'm setting this thing up is more doing fast turns and getting wet. So if you haven't seen my last video, I installed the Worx Racing intake grate on this. So I got rid of the old OEM one that's no comparison to the other one I added. So I haven't ridden it since I installed it. So this is my first time riding it. So I'm very curious to see what this thing ends up riding like. The good thing is I got the hardware that was missing. I found a site that I talked about, had stainless steel bolts and washers for the Worx Racing Sponsons I was missing. I got a killer deal on those. So probably after this video, I gotta let it dry for a couple of days, make sure it's really not that wet, so I can install those. And then the next time coming out, I'll have the Sponsons to really see what changes with riding with that. So I'm real excited. It's kind of interesting too, is coming to this spot, the temperature is a lot different than when you're riding at the other end at North Myrtle Beach. It seems always to be a lot colder. So I'm very curious of what's gonna all happen. And it's really weird. I'm having this like really weird vibration. I can feel the seat. Maybe it's just the stuff is gonna feel different with the new intake grate. I'm not sure, but stuff feels a lot different than what it was last time. So I'm almost out of this no wake zone. And I get to come out here and you can see it's a lot more wider here, which is a good thing with coming out here with the stand-up, that I have a lot more maneuvering, practicing doing turns, getting up, and it's not where you're in such a big traffic area. There's a lot of people out here, I have to say, coming out this. I've seen a lot more boats than normally when I'm up at North Myrtle Beach. But like I said, I'm almost out of this no wake zone. It's time to tear this up. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm Beowulf. Hey, I do jet ski videos. Sometimes I twist up doing some other stuff, but primarily I think you guys enjoy watching me tearing it up in the skis. So here we are out in the no wake zone. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. I don't even know. how there's like a line in the trees? It's considered the water line. So when we had Hurricane Florence, that's how high the water rose up. So it's could probably go a good 7-8 feet up. But I have to tell you guys one thing. Since changing the intake grate, it feels like a whole different ski. I mean, it has really good, I don't do like stomp on and go, but you can feel that it rides different, making left, right. It feels a lot more smoother, and then especially at top end, it doesn't have the cavitation that was going on that I'd have to say it was going on before. Definitely feels a lot different. That's also too why I said, that's why I didn't install the Sponsons first, because they wouldn't know what improved. And you definitely could tell doing the Worx Racing intake grate really made a difference. I can already feel it right off the bat than what I remember last riding it. So let's continue going before it gets too dark. That's not good. So listen here. Remember too, every day is Earth Day. You see some trash, pick it up. It doesn't belong anywhere in the water, I can tell you that. It doesn't matter. Freshwater, saltwater, no go. glass bottle. Oh man. Again, every day is Earth Day. That's crazy how much stuff you see out here. Woo!
Temperature drops real fast. I was almost going to take out the second piece of the wetsuit, but I got wet. I'm not taking it off. So what happened here is we had a lot of rain and had some like really bad flooding. So when you're out riding after a big like aerial flood like that, you gotta dodge stuff like that. Big old log. Looks like somebody cut it up with something. So that's like the typical stuff you have to dodge in certain areas. So it's kind of harder, I'd say, at this time of day when you have the sunglasses on, is to see the reflection of what's in the water, especially too, like, I think that one thing I saw that looked pretty big, because the pontoon was coming out, I didn't want to sit and really look at it. I think it was just a shard, like a surface piece off a palm tree is what I think it was. I don't think it was an actual log. I have to say, this spot, I've ridden through here, but I've never launched in this spot. I have to say it's a little nice. It's a little nice to change it up. You know, I felt I was getting a little bored going the same spot all the time, kind of taking the same paths. I kind of like here. It's just the hard thing is it's the giant no wake zone that way and the giant no wake zone that way. So it's kind of like you just, I guess it's like time to take a little break, then you get ready to ride again. But I was shocked how many people came here. Usually other spot, nobody comes, so I just leave the trailer in the water. And there was a whole line of people wanting to get in or get out right now. So I was like, wow, that's kind of nice. So it's nice being in an area where there's more people, just in case something happened, you know, that there's people around. So that's kind of cool. I'm just going to jet a little down this way and then head back and call it a night. Because it looks like the whole day looks like it's going to rain. It's had no chance of rain. And it's just so nice to be out. Like getting this one part really changed how the ski's handling and feeling. That's just like why I always tell people all the time, never go out and just buy a bunch of parts and just stick it all out at once, unless it's required. You have to change this to have that. But otherwise, I think if you do too much, you don't know what improved or what didn't, and then you kind of go like, oh wow, this really made a difference. And or you can buy a part, and I've seen people on other skis buy a part and say, oh man, this thing really wrecked the handling of it. That's what I've seen with the SXR 1500. I've read a lot of posts. A lot of people try different like ride plates and intake grates or sponsons and said they didn't like how it was. So definitely, this is my first time ever changing to an aftermarket intake grate than what a ski has. And I really tell you, it really is worth its money when they're not that crazy expensive. That this really made a difference for the ski that I should have kind of done this earlier on with modifying it. Alright, now we're out of this no wake zone again. like taking an ice cold shower and lose your contract at the same time. Oh. Alright, man. Nearly dodged that log twice. Let's see, to show you guys this. Well, I'm trying to get my contacts back in place. That's like 2 pieces. Oh, so much water shoots straight in my eyes. You had to have your eyes open when you do that too. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. Enough for me, man. My ears. Oh. That was a fun ride. Nice thing, we're right here at the boat ramp. Definitely got to get it a little warmer day. Got to come out here and test out the stand-up here and see how it rides. This might be the spot for the stand-up. I've been like, honey, I don't want to launch you to Walkma River and then this is the lower dock. I think this is spot for the stand-up. I think I got somewhat enough room to kind of like play around. Especially, I think I got enough room to be playing around here a little bit slower, even though there's no wind zone. I think I can play around, not going fast, but just practice with a few of those different tactics that I want to learn. It's just like almost like a small pond-like thing. Lake? Well, it's not a lake. It's like kind of like the size of a pond. Right? There's a lot of wiggle room in here. I think all these boat ramps are all people that live in these houses. I think these are like apartments style houses, something. I think they're multi-family homes is what I'm guessing. I may be wrong.
Well, I feel like the ride today was real successful. It's definitely interesting changing out the intake grate, how much it improved the RXPX 300 on handling, straight line speed, all around. It just felt like a different ski, and it's pretty amazing. One little part really makes a difference. But if you watch the video when I installed the intake grate, you can see how different in size. It's drastically different all around, thickness, height, whatnot with it. But man, just gotta get out and ride. This is a nice spot. It's really nice and lit. And it's the end of the video. Remember, every day is Earth Day. Make sure you pick up some I Am Beowulf merch at iambeowulf.com. Also got my Amazon store, which I got a bunch of different types of gear all in there. If you're looking for filming gear, riding gear, everything all around there, check it out at amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. Remember, every day is Earth Day. Be driven to win. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.